All right, welcome to a brand new episode of my show at RockmetalTALK.com. I'm Jay Stone, the host. Who else would it be? Anyway, we got a lot of brand new music to get to. I apologize, I wasn't on the air last week, and my button stuck right there, and that's why you couldn't hear me for the first second. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. That was National Suicide. I'm Not a Zombie Anymore. They're from Italy, so I discovered those guys via a promotion company, sent me the album, so I'm always happy to play new music and stuff. What struck notice is when I was a young boy in New York, there was a band called National Scream from my neighborhood, but not nearly as good as National Suicide. So those guys are great. The production sounds good. It's it reminds me of a lot of different elements, like some 80s stuff and some thrash, and the screaming reminds me of someone, but the vocals remind me of someone. I just haven't struck on who that is yet. But a very gracious bunch of guys. The drummer got in touch with me today as well. There's always hospitality. You know, my name's Jay Stone, but I'm Italian, so one day we're going to make it over to Italy and maybe do some live broadcast over there as well while I'm on vacation. But, you know, a lot of these bands' dreams are to come to the United States and play, which is a great thing for us because we're always looking for new music. It's just a bad thing that rock music is in such a bad state, and people like Gene Simmons, instead of trying to help it and bring it back to where people aren't, you know, just listening to hip hop. Maybe, you know, we're all listening to everything, but try to help it instead of trying to bring it, you know, down by, you know, the negative statements. You know, I'm a pretty negative guy in most fashions, but, you know, you always got to help, you know, new bands coming up and try to find new and creative ways to, get people's attention with rock and roll. But anyway, I don't want to harp on too many things. You know, some of you may see me in my lab making new Gene Simmons wigs, so that's pretty good. I may put them out there on eBay. But yeah, I just don't like the comments. But you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, we're all here trying to help music and you know, make people pay for it. Yes, I understand the fans today, but I think that's turning around. I think he's wrong about that because I'm actually in these record stores and seeing people purchase it and purchasing hard copies, and they're young kids. They're young kids, man. I when I do the broadcast in September, the live remote, I'm even going to take pictures to prove it, because young people are buying physical copies because they realize I'm not getting anything for my money but a song. I want to see the group. I want to see their artwork. I want to read about them. But we always harp on that on this show. So I did the contest again for the pins. I made buttons. So those will be here. I'll probably give those away at the broadcast down at the Clearwater Record Shop on September 9th. So I'll be doing that this week. The featured artist, you know, I was sick last week. I don't really know what's going on 100%. I've had an infection in my throat, in my respiratory area, or whatever you want to fucking call it, for the past probably 3 weeks. The first dose of medication didn't work. It briefly helped. I knew it wasn't going to help, but they're always going to say go through the cycle and this and that. Power outages and shit like that. But this week's featured artist is Cirka, so I'm still working on trying to get the show together for the 10-year on-air anniversary. I was a little bent out of shape today, but a bunch of people messaged me after I made a post, so it's looking more positive. I don't mind investing a little money in it, but I'm not in it to really make money, and that didn't even cross my mind. I'm in it to celebrate. I don't care if the bar makes money from every person that, you know, comes through the door to buy drinks. I mean, that's what it's about. But for me, it's about celebrating 10 years on the air in different formats of the Jay Stone Show. I've worked for, you know, ESPN. I have my show broadcast on Sirius XM's Faction for quite some time. But, you know, I'm doing it to celebrate. You know, it's not every day. There's only a few of us that have been on the air this long and have been doing this long and dredging through low stats and dealing with bands and different attitudes and shit like that. And by the way, I just want to mention there's on my affiliate station, GCE Radio is, you know, how we're going to announce it here. So, and I'm also on MaximumThreshold.net. But on that affiliate, GCE Radio, Granite Coast Entertainment, there's a review of the Barbed Wire Dolls new CD. So go check that out. They have a great station over there, of course, because they play us. And now they picked up our show that was created from my show, The Plot Holes, with Johnny O and Jeremy Flair. They did a great show this week, so check those guys out. They're going to be on Granite Coast coming up this August on the Music Quarry, where you can find my show every Friday at 4 o'clock. So whoever band is on the show, including National Suicide, you will be aired on that station at MaximumThreshold.net as well. You'll have to check Maximum Threshold's site for the times because, you know, I just send it over and he does his thing. So, and I'm fine with that. But Madonna Wayne Gacy made some comments about suicide and stuff like that. It's just for attention. I don't know what he's trying to get out there. Some of the news we missed was O.J. Simpson's getting parole in October, which who cares? I mean, the guy's not going to be able to do it. Supposedly he's moving somewhere close to me in St. Petersburg, which is probably about a half hour from me or so. I really don't care. We all know the deal there. So Limp Bizkit says he's been hiding his album for about a year and a half on the internet, and I just want to thank you for that. We appreciate that, and we do think he's calling his asshole the internet, and that's where he's hiding the album, but whatever you want to do. So there was a little thing with Wednesday 13 and Mushroom Head that I couldn't get to because I was off the air due to illness. But apparently the owner of a club that they were co-headlining at told Mushroom Head that Wednesday 13 left because they didn't like Mushroom Head. And Wednesday 13 responded because Stitch posted on his Facebook page that he has no problem with them. I do think they have issues with certain bands and certain people. I don't know what happened there. I'm just saying that there's been a ton of cancellations on my part as far as interviews years ago. I gave up on that whole aspect with him because tours got canceled and shows got canceled. Why, I don't know, but it's annoying. So sometimes it takes me a lot of time. Like I got the Union Underground booked for Prickly Rickley, who's the segment producer on the show, which most of you know unless you're tuning in for one of the new bands we're playing tonight, which we got a lot of new bands. But, you know, sometimes these interviews take a lot of work. That was a lot of work for me just booking Union Underground because I got to go through 3 different lines of people and a series of events to make that happen. And that's usually the case with bands that are nationally known and stuff like that. So it's not a big deal. But when I get canceled on, it's rough, man. When I interviewed Vinny from Sponge, I was in almost the same sickness I am now. I don't know why I'm always fucking sick, but whatever. But I persevered through it, or however you say that fucking word, and I did it. So that it is what it is. But we got a lot of shit to get to. I got a lot of brand new music, so I want to give a shout out to National Suicide again for having a kick-ass opening song for my show. Martyrs Asylum sent me a new demo. I don't know if I talked about it, but the song kicks ass, so I can't wait for new music from them. I want to also announce that I am bringing back my record label From the Dead as a double imprint, so there will be more news announced about that as well. It's not going to be huge. I have a distribution outlet digitally and physically. I'm going to release some old school style stuff, but new music kind of. So I'm still working out the details. I got to recreate the company again and do some certain things, but we're going to get to that. And I'm almost out of breath because, you know, I feel like shit. So we got a bunch of new music, like I said. So this one I'm going to play. And I'm also going to play this gentleman's other band as well. So they both are famous in their own right and join forces. This is Sweet and Lynch. It's Michael Sweet from Striper and George Lynch from Lynch Mob and Dokken. And there's a lot of comparisons to the song. I read the post that